Some of us, our finances control us and dictates what we do and how we do things, right? So we don't want that. We want to take control, and that's what we're going to do. There are three segments. One of them, we talk more about financial management and financial planning and budgeting and so on. And then there's a last part of it that talks about taxes. That part is actually a shorter part of the presentation. But if you want to that part, then we can skip and go to that part as well. All right, so let's begin. So, any familiar with those guys? That's Warren Buffett and what's it? And Bill Gates. All right. Net worth 57 billion. That's Warren Buffett. Now, with a net worth of 57 billion, of course, there's very little that he cannot afford to buy. He can pretty much buy anything he wants. However, still live in the same home that he bought for more than 50 years ago for $31,000, and he drives a 2006 Cadillac. By the way, he changed it, just recently changed it to a 2014 Cadillac. So that's what he drives, okay? All right. Since becoming a billionaire, this is Bill Gates now. Bill Gates has donated over 28 billion to charities, and he has encouraged over 40 of the world's wealthiest to sign his giving pledge, aim to donate the majority of their wealth to charity during their lifetime. So I'm going somewhere with this. So this guy is a multi-billionaire, but he gives away a lot of stuff. Okay? The other one that we looked at before, very frugal, right? Regardless of his wealth. All right. Look at this guy. Net worth, $10 million. This is, anybody know who that is? Mike Tyson. Tyson spent money as readily as he earned it. In 2003, the Times called him a cash machine to himself and others. He was just doling out cash. Detailing lavish spending on jewelry, mansions, cars, limousines, cell phone, parties, clothing, motorcycles, everything, including Siberian tigers. Now, I don't know why somebody would want to buy a Siberian tiger, but Tyson did. Okay? In December 2002, he bought a 173,000 gold chain on credit, adding to the list of debts which he had when he filed for bankruptcy in 2003. So he filed for bankruptcy. So imagine that 10 million that we looked at before, that's his residual after. He was way richer than that before. He had something like about 350 million. And now he's at 10 million. Okay? So that tells you something. Am I right? All right. Let's look at Nicolas Cage. His net worth is 160 million. Right? Let me see if I can come here. I don't want to block you. Good here? Now, these are some of the things that Nicolas Cage purchased. Dinosaur skulls, 2 albino king cobras, 2 Bahamian islands. He purchased a rare 450,000 Lamborghini from the late Seha of Iran. So this is an Iranian rich guy. He bought luxury yachts, a famous haunted house. Okay? So he bought a haunted house. And he bought pyramid tombstones. So these are the things that people buy with their money. So here's the deal. Living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes you hear the statement, if I just earned a little more, I would be okay, right? No, we just seen it. We just saw how much Tyson earned, how much Nicolas Cage earned, and they're not okay, right? So it's not about just earning a little bit more. What is it about? The problem is not with the amount you earn, but it is how you behave with money. How you behave with the amount that you earn. Debt is usually the major problem. And then another problem is the lack of a budget. Okay? Now, when we talk about budget, I know sometimes it sends up something in your ear because this sounds like a complicated thing and this sounds like a restriction. How am I going to deal with this budget thing? But we're going to talk about budgeting. So, these are some of the things that we need to do if we want to take control of our finances. 1, change your view of debt. You have to change your view of debt. Manage your money better. Okay? And so we are going to give you some quick principles as to how you can manage your money better. I call it the 10 principles for good financial management in your home. All right, we're going to go through them pretty quickly. We will spend some time developing some of them, Others I will just mention and move on, and then you can probably look at them. I still feel that you're not seeing the screen properly. Should I go over on this side? No, then that case I'm gonna. In that case,
I'm okay. I will bend around if I. Yeah.
Huh?
If I see.
If I sit here, that's better.
Yeah, that's.
But I feel weird
Yeah,
sitting.
Okay, I'll just. I can peer around. Can you
Okay.
see okay? Yeah.
All right. So the first thing you have to do, if you really want to take control of your finance, you have to develop a financial plan. Financial plan is very important. You have to prepare a budget. You have to get out of debt. You have to manage your taxes. Not paying your tax is not a strategy. And I know a lot of people do that. Just avoid the whole thing. When you get a letter from the CRA, you just put it in what we call file 13. That's the file that you're not going to look at. Right? No, you can't do it like that. You have to do this thing. Manage your credit. Very important. Plan for emergencies. Spend less than you earn. This is so basic, but it is very difficult. It requires a certain amount of discipline. I'm sure everybody knows that. Spend less than you earn. In other words, live below your means. Okay? Don't borrow what you can't repay. Again, that sounds very simple, but it is a fact. And most of us do it, right? We do it with credit card. Don't expect something for nothing. When you hear about these schemes and you can get this and you can get whatever, don't expect something. Nothing comes for nothing, right? You have to give. High returns equal high risks. Okay, so here is the big main quote. Failing to plan is what? Planning to fail. I think this quote is attributed to Benjamin Franklin.